Hi everybody, I hope you all enjoyed the last video I made on the Bible's message in a world of self-help philosophies. In this video, we will learn something different. I was talking to my Hindu friend to learn about his perspective on what he thinks about God and what was his belief. I will also explain what I told him with the biblical wisdom that God gave me. So let's get into it. My name is Andy and you're watching Gospel in Action. In this channel, I strive to teach all about the Bible, the prophecies, and Hinduism from a Christian perspective. The only thing I would ask you is to kindly watch 2 or 3 videos from this channel. You will automatically subscribe. Obviously, I would not take my Hindu friend's name in this public platform. We work together in the business that we do. So we have a very close rapport with each other. He knows that I am not in the business of convergence and that I don't belong to Christianity. I will clarify this in the next video. So my Hindu friend told me that if we do things with a positive mindset, the whole universe would align itself and will help us. Have you heard about this kind of belief system? Yes, it is 100% Hindu and New Age. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. Then I asked my friend, so who is your God? He answered, obviously the universe. So I asked him, if the universe is your God, then why do you worship your gurus like Rama and Krishna? He answered that all his gurus are in fact embodiments of the universe itself, and so he worships them and thanks them for every good that they do in his life and his family's life. There is a lot more he spoke about the Secret movie on Netflix, which is nothing but the New Age belief which emphasizes on the law of attraction. In short, the law of attraction is nothing but speaking things into existence. I can explain a lot more in some other video about the law of attraction, but I wanted to inform you all the following fact. The Western world embraced Hinduism and called it the New Age belief system. Yes, Hinduism fuels man's sinful nature to be God himself. So all these ill-informed Westerners are subscribing to the law of attraction and the New Age beliefs. Indirectly, they are all following Hinduism. So I explained to my friend why this whole belief system is inherently evil. So I took him all the way back to Adam and Eve to explain why the law of attraction is the evilest belief system one can adopt. Obviously, people who are believing in it do not understand the depth of it and they are subscribing to it innocently. In Genesis chapter 3 and verse 5, Satan says to Eve, "For God knows in the day you eat of it, your eyes will be opened and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." Let me ask you this. Did Satan lie to Eve? Not completely, but it is a clear deception. Yes, it is true that if human beings' eyes be opened to the possibilities that this world offers, they can literally do anything. In fact, they will be like God, knowing good and evil. But God does not want human beings to access that dimension yet, because human beings are not evolved to handle all that power. How can I say that? Look at what God said in Genesis chapter 11, verse 6, just before the second judgment. "Behold, they are one people, and they have all one language. And this is only the beginning of what they will do. And nothing that they propose to do will now be impossible for them." Now, what happens when a sinful man has the power to do anything he proposes? I will leave that to your imaginations. So if anyone is attempting to access that power, they are clearly defying God's care and God's authority over them. I know this is pretty deep spirituality and not everyone will understand what I'm saying here. So I want to provide a simple analogy of a first grade child. It is not 100% accurate analogy, but it can give you an idea of what I'm trying to explain here. We as parents would like our child to learn and grow in knowledge slowly and organically. Am I correct? Would you, as a parent of a first grader, teach him all about sex and marriage, or teach him how to rule a country and actually put him in that position at that tender age? No, right? And how would you feel if his school teaches him all that without your knowledge? This is exactly what happened with Adam and Eve. So once they saw the possibilities, they couldn't unsee it. They were under God's care until then, but now, after one act of disobedience, they have defied God and are on their own now. Knowing that it is now possible, human beings wanted to become wise and powerful like God and be able to exist forever. And importantly, independently of Him. So now in this world, there are two spiritualities. One is the restored minority under God's care through Jesus Christ, and the other majority is still under Satan's deception, chasing for the so-called enlightenment. Anyway, I told my Hindu friend that what he is believing is part of this great deception. I explained that the goal of any Hindu is enlightenment, beyond which they will merge with God. They call this as moksha. That is their version of salvation, where they become God themselves. So a Hindu's ultimate desire is to become enlightened and feel how it will be to be like God. But in reality, no one truly becomes enlightened in these decaying and mortal bodies. Because as I said, humans will never be evolved to that stage as they are sinful. That is, as they lack the knowledge of God. But they can be deceived into thinking that they are already enlightened. This is the Hindu belief. Now, how did this belief make its way into the Western secular world, right? It happened through the New Age belief system, which bases its beliefs on the law of attraction, which is a crude and nascent form of the bigger deception. The next stage is, as I said, the desire to live forever. Are we not hearing the advances in technology with AI emerging? They say that human consciousness can be stored in a cloud, and thus a human being can literally become immortal. But anyway, God would never let all that happen. Just like how He disrupted and scattered the people of the world at the Tower of Babel in the second judgment, before man can become immortal or AI becomes artificial general intelligence, God will send His third and final judgment through the second coming of Jesus Christ. Now, those who are under God's care through Jesus Christ will be given new glorified bodies and they will live forever. This is what I told my Hindu friend that day. Of course, not as detailed as I explained in this video. Now, did you get some idea about why the law of attraction is part of the evilest belief system one can adopt? So, always desire to be under God's care. Never drift away. There is a lot of evil out there in this world, but God asks us to use wisdom and commands us to not associate ourselves with any of such things, especially in Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 31. Some of them include divination, sorcery, spiritisms, mediums, necromancers, psychics, witchcraft, horoscopes, astrologers, palm readers, etc. and what not. Everything is there and available in this world. But as the children of God, we must stay away from such things and trust God and God alone. This is what I wanted to share with you all today. God bless you. If you have enjoyed and learned something new from this video, I humbly request you to also watch other videos on this channel. I'm sure you'll be encouraged to support this channel by just subscribing to it. And please don't forget to share it with those who might benefit from these videos and be that spark that ignites a change in someone else's life. Together, let's create a community of knowledge and inspiration. I will see you in the next one.